Have you ever paused to truly consider why some people don't just like dogs, but feel an absolute fundamental necessity to have them in their lives? I'm not talking about the casual enjoyment of a cute puppy. I'm talking about that deep, almost primal craving for a chaotic, high energy, furry companion that follows you from room to room. As it turns out, this connection goes infinitely deeper than just wanting a pet to play with. Today, we are diving into the profound psychology of the dog lover. And here's the spoiler: it isn't just about companionship, it's about how you, at a biological level, regulate your own nervous system. I want you to really put yourself in this moment. You know the feeling. You walk through that front door after a day that has completely wrung you out. It felt like a slow, consistent drain on your soul, and by 5 p.m., you are totally and utterly spent. But instead of finding the peace and quiet society tells us we should want, you find a collision. A 60-pound ball of pure, unadulterated joy slams into you, treating your arrival like it is the single greatest event in the history of the world. They aren't just happy you're home, they are throwing a full-blown parade, and you are the only one invited. That moment right there, that joyous, noisy collision, is exactly what we need to talk about first. Because for a certain kind of person, this isn't an annoyance. It's not an interruption of your peace. No, it is a reset button. You actually crave that chaos. Think about the mechanics of it. Some people would find that level of intensity completely overwhelming. To them, it would be too much after a long day. But for you, it is the exact opposite. That intense, over-the-top greeting is precisely what your system needs to shake off the weight of the day. It's the only thing that makes the world feel right again. This brings us to a massive misconception. Outsiders see the constant walks, the strict feeding times, and the endless games of fetch, and they don't get it. They see a long list of chores. But you see a partner in the noise. People always ask, why would anyone voluntarily sign up for what looks like a mountain of extra work? The answer is simple. Not everyone recharges their batteries the same way. This is where the two paths of human psychology diverge. On one hand, you have people who regulate their emotions by downshifting. They need stillness, silence, and a way to turn the volume of the world way, way down to feel safe. But on the other hand, there's you. You thrive on turning the volume up. You find your balance through engagement, through activity, and through constant buzzing interaction. Because of this, you might even get a label slapped on you. People might look at your life and your choice in high-energy pets and call you high maintenance. They wonder why you can't just sit still and relax. But what they don't realize is that they're missing the entire point. This isn't a random personality quirk or a lack of discipline. It is a deep-seated psychological need. This is the real reason your nervous system chose your dog for you. It boils down to four key pillars: activity-based regulation, mirroring excitement, the hidden need for structure, and a high stimulation threshold. First, let's look at activity-based regulation. For some of us, balance isn't found in quiet meditation, it's found in doing. The simple act of throwing a ball or going for a brisk walk provides the external feedback your brain craves to feel centered and, believe it or not, calm. Next is mirroring excitement. You know how you can get stuck in your own head, looping stressful thoughts over and over? That energy stagnates. Your dog's explosive joy is so powerful that it forces your own emotional state to match its frequency. It breaks the cycle and gets your energy moving forward again. Then there is the framework. All that work people talk about, it's actually a skeletal structure for your mental health. Daily walks provide a predictable rhythm. Feeding times keep your brain grounded in a reliable routine. It makes you feel productive and, most importantly, needed. Finally, the stimulation threshold. The nudge of a wet nose, the heavy paw on your lap, the whining at the door. To an outsider, that's overstimulation. But to your brain, it registers as vitality. It is a constant physical reminder that you are not alone, which is a deeply profound signal of safety to the human brain. But let's get to the real heart of it, the why. This is all about finding a very special kind of connection. You weren't looking for another item to add to your to-do list. You were searching for connection without performance. Think about the difference. With humans, relationships can be exhausting. You're always having to read the room, manage unspoken feelings, or be the reliable one. You're constantly performing a version of yourself. But with your dog, it's all loud, honest, and totally transparent. There's zero guessing. You don't have to put on a show. You don't have to be on. You are simply their hero, exactly as you are. Whether you have a dog, a cat, or no pet at all, your preferences are telling you something profound about your soul. It's not just about what you like, it's a huge clue about what your nervous system is desperately searching for to feel balanced, to feel safe, and to feel like yourself again. So the next time someone asks why you put up with the fur, the noise, and the chaos, just smile. They see a pet, you see a healer. You have found a way to navigate this complex world through the eyes of a creature that loves without condition. Thank you for being part of the Soulful Paws community. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments, does your dog understand you better than most people? Because at the end of the day, the way you love says everything about who you are. Until next time, keep listening to the silent language of the heart.